Shalom Akim. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua. All praises to the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua. Okay. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS who push this truth and sincerity, you know, to the four corners of the earth. Blessing unto the Akim, you know. And let's go ahead and start this lesson, man. We're going to go through Genesis 19. Salak 25 and 19. We're going to start at 19, the 19th chapter. And just get into some identification scriptures real quick. And go ahead, y'all done.
All right, brother. We're just going to start off with Genesis 25 and verse 19.
Let that.
We're going to start reading from it. We're going to go through some information on the generations of Esau and Jacob.
Genesis 25 and 19. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begat Isaac. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian.
All right, so Abraham begat Isaac. And Isaac was Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah, his wife, the sister of the Syrian, or the sister of the Syrian, Laban, the Syrian, right? So that's the wife. Isaac's wife is Rebekah, the mother of Jacob and the mother of Esau, and also the mother of Ishmael as well. Continue, brother.
And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian, of Padan Aram, the sister to Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah his wife conceived, and the children struggled together within her.
Stop there, brother. All right, so that's right. Isaac was entreating the Lord for his woman's sake, because he was unsure of why he wasn't been able to conceive a child, and why his woman, his wife Rebekah, she was made barren and wasn't able to produce offspring and children and such. So that's what that's going into. So the Lord entreated with Isaac, and he's about to make a pact with Isaac. Continue.
And she said, "If it be so, why am I thus?" And she went to inquire of the Lord.
Stop there, brother. Exactly. She said, if this is so, why am I thus? Because you telling me that I'll be the mother of two twins, and I'm 60 years old. I'm a woman, of course. How is that possible if I'm that old and I'm being told that I'm going to eventually produce twins? You know, that of course that becomes something that you would be at shock of or be amazed of. Something that's not expected. Continue, brother.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
Stop there, brother. Or no, sorry, continue.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
Right. So that's the Lord telling you right now. There's 2 different mannerisms, 2 nations of people in Rebekah's womb, okay? Because the Lord set it up to where...
That's why her pregnancy was so rough, too. Salak.
Spiritually, the Lord created the 2 nations in her and separated them in the womb. What that's getting into is the differences of Jacob and Esau. And that shows you that even in the womb and even in conception, there's been differences amongst Jacob and Esau. There's been a quarrel and disconcerting dislike for one another. Continue, brother.
And when her days were to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
Stop there, brother. That's right. He came out red all over like a hairy garment, because that's Esau.
Right there, Esau.
Edomites, they like to call themselves Caucasian or white, but the reality of it is, as they got red skin,
They do mean Edomites.
That's right. And when Esau came out, who is the progenitor of the Edomites, he was red all over like a hairy garment. Continue, brother.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob.
Stop there. Okay, so that's right. Jacob came next. Notice how he wasn't given a description of what he looked like. That's because the only difference of appearance was Esau, because he was red. He came out what will be considered today as Caucasian. But that man came out as red now. Jacob, however, was the same complexion as every other human on earth. And even in the other nations.
Brown skin, dark skin.
You know, there was only dark-skinned nations on the planet at that time. So his appearance wasn't given because it was just normal. So it wasn't out of the ordinary. It didn't need to be stated. And also, if you take a look here, it says that Jacob came out clutching Esau's heel. Esau came out first. And when the quarrel in the womb was occurring, Jacob decided to come out clutching Esau's heel. That's right. Because look out here in this world today. Look how eventually, you know, our people had to learn and become slaves and captives in Babylon out here in Esau's kingdom. And we're clutching the heel of Esau every day. And we're going to follow his world on the way out of its...
Esau's the end of the world. Jacob's the beginning of it that followeth.
That precept?
Yeah, go ahead and hit that. And also, Rebecca was already told that the younger shall be. I mean that the elder shall serve the younger. So that shows you right there that Jacob will set up to be above Esau, man. But that's a future prophecy, because that hasn't happened yet. We're still in captivity here.
In those times, it wouldn't be in those times it wouldn't be something rare or surprising to see the second-born getting the birthright, because typically in those times and in the ages, the firstborn is the one that's going to get the birthright, especially from a family. But in this instance, like the brother just said, Esau was already taken away, and it was given to Jacob before
he gave it to him.
Right, before it even happened, because it was set up to be that way. The Lord wanted it that way. Go ahead, brother. Sorry.
This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder the times? Or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of that which followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of that which followeth.
That's right!
Who's the beginning, brother? Who's the beginning of the world and who's the end of the world?
Jacob is the beginning of the world, and Esau is that which ends.
Okay, so that's telling you right now, that's in Esdras. Okay, that's the Apocrypha. That brother just precepted the Old Testament to the Apocrypha. So you scoffers out there that want to come against these 7 books of the Apocrypha, first of all, fuck y'all. Because he precepted that and gave you the evidence contrary to support the same the same information that was given here in Genesis.
In the Old Testament.
All right,
Go ahead, brother. You got a script. Go ahead.
Sure. Do I need to keep this hood off too?
No, you can put the hood on. Right. It is fucking freezing. Yeah, this ain't for you, Esau. You might want to walk away. You might looked at the sign and just said, walked away.
I do me?
Yeah. Don't surprise me. You good, brother?
You good, brother? I'm gonna keep getting into that. You know, there's so many similarities you can make to how that's relevant in these times right now. Because, of course, our people are at the bottom of the food chain. It's not obvious that our people are out here fucked up. The so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans, so-called Negroes in America. Okay, we're clutching onto the heel of the world. Clutching on the heel of the world to survive, because life is
different for us.
And it's in persecution right now. We are in bondage and extreme oppression.
So this is Sirach 11 and 7. Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first, then rebuke. So that's for all of them that go around and they just like to copy what they hear. Someone tells them that the Apocrypha was added, then they're just going to go ahead and believe that. But the Bible tells you to examine before you blame. So you need to look into all things and discover the truth for yourself. Don't just follow and listen to a preacher.
What's that scripture that talks about how wisdom uttereth itself in the streets? And any brother got that? It's all good. It's all
I know
good.
what you're talking about.
Yeah,
man.
y'all, they know what I'm talking about too.
Hey man, that's a great point that you make right there. Great point. Because you know we have a lot of people out here that like to double tongue and you know say that they know things or they know this or that.
They don't know shit.
Information and have regard in these scriptures, man. But just like this brother said, man, you don't have to fool us, man. We know y'all fuckers don't have no knowledge out here. We know y'all don't know nothing. We know y'all go to the Sunday services and listen to Pastor Troy fill you up with
Pastor
bullshit.
Bacon.
Yeah.
That's what I call them niggas,
You know?
Pastor Bacon.
Right.
Pastor, the law's done away with.
Pick up
Bullshitting.
the Bible and read.
Yeah.
Right. Read it. If you a Gentile out there, read the scriptures, okay? Give up Pastor Troy and Pastor Bacon. Give up the damn churches, the whorehouses, which the scriptures tell you that they're whorehouses, and do your own research.
And you'll find this.
Use your brain. Use your brain and do some damn research.
Y'all been brainwashed.
Bamboozled.
You know? Are you on that 27?
Yeah,
You still on the
27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents.
Stop there. Right. So that tells you right there, that gives you the ideology of Esau and Jacob's mannerisms, okay? Esau was told to be a hunter and a cunning hunter, a wise man of the field, because that's exactly what Edomites are. They're consumers, and they consume until they consume everything, even themselves. They hunt and never quit hunting. It's a selfish way to go about shit. That is another way you can see who's who out here. Who the Edomites are. Who's the selfish people out here in this world that are smug and hold their noses up high and have no doubt and no blame in themselves. You know what I'm saying? Who are those people? It ain't Jake. And it says right here, Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. That's right. When I go home and I'm not out here preaching this truth, man, I'm in the house.
Chilling.
Do I want to be out in public? I might be, you know, for a function or something, but nah, man, because that's Jake. We're plain men, you know. We don't have to get a bunch of shit or a bunch of money or a bunch of movies or entertainment to be satisfied. We're plain individuals, and we dwell in the house.
And Isaac loved Esau, because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob.
So that shows you right there. Isaac had a love for his son Esau, his firstborn, because
Any father would.
and you know he also states that he ate of his venison. Now Esau, you know, he ate rare meats. That's why Esau eventually got cursed and was stuck and became red, because he eats raw meat, and that was his curse for doing such. So when Isaac talks about he eats of his venison, Esau was an individual that enjoyed and preferred to eat raw meat. He didn't want it cooked, he wanted it bleeding.
And not to interrupt, man, but I work as a server. I ask Edomites every single day how you want your steak cooked. You know, how you want you know, me to go tell my Issachar brothers in the kitchen to cook your steak. And they every time, man, rare, medium rare, fucking all that, everything. Them motherfuckers eat red meat for real. They want that meat still bleeding.
Might as well just bring them a raw patty, man.
Yup, and they'll eat it too.
Yup.
Moab will eat anything too. Them motherfuckers cook up motherfucking mice and shit and say it's chicken and put it in your wonton, in your wonton soup, man. Them motherfuckers are dirty, bro.
It's a lot, bro. They gonna start eating each other too.
Uh-huh.
Watch, you know.
Motherfuckers are savages, man.
And these times of Jacob's trouble.
Murderous, man. Murderous in the mind as well, man. Them motherfuckers.
Con, you see these people out here, man. Everybody all lovey and you know, sociable and you know, everybody's cool right now. But wait till somebody doesn't get a bite to eat for a week or a couple days.
Wait till they realize that this dollar gonna crash and World War III about to kick off
Right.
with Russia.
Or the good old grocery store that's been around since 1940 don't get its 3-day fill up. Then what you gonna do? When you got little babies that need to eat and you got responsibilities to handle and you a man and you supposed to be taking care of your family, and what you gonna do when you don't have no way to provide for your family?
Nah, shit. You gonna go out there and on top of that, you're gonna be in a place where the dollar has crashed, okay? Because they fucking propped up the financial system. They got it now so that it's a fucking illusion that people really think the dollar means something, that it's valuable. It's paper. Okay, the dollar is an IOU that I have gold behind this. That you know, if I give you $1 and be like, here's $1, I got some gold behind it at the crib that I can bring out and back that dollar. See, America don't have gold. Okay, and that's why they've been pushing for that shit in Syria so hard to get that oil thing, because their bank system is falling. And Russia, with that new big banking system, they have all the gold now. They've mounted all the wealth and gold, and we owe China so much money, and war makes revenue. Okay, so that's why they're pushing it, and all these shootings are happening around the world. There's been a mass shooting everywhere, every place, every day around America. There hasn't been a day where there hasn't been a shooting since, I think, like August, and actually since like September. So, man, this place is done. There's a wrap on this place. And these people all got all these dreams and aspirations. They're going to crash around them, whether they lack it or not. So, these
Too much Monopoly.
Exactly. Y'all been playing way too much Monopoly, man. And when you find out that paper, it's just paper, you're going to use it to wipe your ass.
And just paper, man.
All the shit that you done for that dollar going to look real silly.
Yeah. Hey, I want to put in on that note, too, because it's more than arguing about whether currency is a real form of value or not. That's beyond that point. We already know that that's a retarded ideology to try and argue. That's how this was set up. That's how it's not hard for me to tell y'all and the people that engage in this video that of course the world is set up to rob you. The world is set up to take your money and take your paychecks every week. You're playing with paper that isn't even valuable. You're playing with something that's
the same paper you wipe your ass with. Just different texture.
It's a piece of tree. And you holding it and killing people over it, robbing people over it, treat each other differently over that shit.
Stabbing your family members and brothers in the back for it. Like, come on, man.
Over a piece of paper. Come on. How much shit makes the world go around?
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
And Jacob sowed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And
I do want to touch on the fact that Isaac loved Jacob, or excuse me, Isaac loved Esau, but Rebecca loved Jacob. That was her boy. That was her baby boy, her firstborn.
And on top of that, man, not to interrupt you, but she knew. The Lord had told her. The Lord didn't tell Isaac that the elder shall serve the younger. You know, the Lord told Rebecca, look, the elder's gonna serve the younger. So that, I think that had a
big part of it.
A big part of it as well.
Right. It's a lot. And like this brother was just saying, and Jacob saw pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. Right. That's the beginning of what's going to happen, right? Jacob, in his time in the world, especially when he was in his camp with his father and mother and his brother, he was known for his fine skills to cook and prepare food and meals for the family. And so that was something that he was always expected to do. And so like this brother was just saying, he saw the pottage and Esau came in from the field, because what did it say Esau was?
Cunning hunter.
A skilled hunter.
Oh.
And he was out hunting all day, and he came in from the field and was hungry as hell. Continue, brother.
And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint.
And so you see right there, right? Just like in the last two verses, it talks about how Isaac loved Esau for how he ate of his own red venison. Esau requested the raw meat. That's what he came and asked for from Jacob when he got out the field.
He said,
he was hungry, and he just got out of the field and he was hunting. He said, brother, I need me something to eat.
I don't care.
I
It's
don't
not
want you
finished.
to cook me something that you normally do. I want you to cook me some of that raw meat. I want you to cook me some of that shit that has red and raw pottage in it.
And the funny thing is, Jacob was already making it. See, he wasn't even done yet. Jacob was in the middle of making it, and Esau rolled up, and it ain't finished.
And he was like, I'm good.
And he said, I don't even want you to finish it. Let me just go ahead and eat it red. You know? So he could have cooked it to the full extent. He chose to eat it red, man. That's the funny part about it. These motherfuckers choose to devour red meat. It's in their pleasure. You know? Certain niggas get pleasure with bitches. Esau gets a weird pleasure from devouring.
That's only the weirdo shit roots from them. Okay.
Hit
that last little bit there.
No, go ahead. Hit Maccabees, the first chapter. 1. Start at 1.
Here, let me
Yeah, we'll go ahead and finish that.
And therefore was his name called Edom, right? So like we was just all discussing, therefore because of his decision to make and eat and consume red raw meat, his name was made Edom.
Which means red.
Red all over. Edom. Eat. Never stop eating. Consume, destroy.
What did they go and do in what they taking from Afghanistan?
Yeah, who does that sound like?
Just like in Rome, man, nothing new under the sun. They've spread themselves thin, and that scourge of Yahweh is coming, man.
That judgment.
That recompense
Right.
upon thy head.
Esau owes
For
a
real.
lot of shit, man. Y'all got a lot of judgment and shit out here that you deserve to pay, and that's just time to catch up on. And no matter how far or fast you run, that judgment's coming soon. And it's unavoidable. So just hold the fuck on. Continue, bro. Sorry.
First Maccabees.
Yup.
This is First Maccabees chapter 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian,
Who came out of Mount Seir?
who
Okay, first
came
and foremost.
out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and the Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece, and made many wars, and
All right.
won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth.
Okay, so stop right there real quick, brother. So Alexander was this great man that is still worshipped today. And when you actually learn up a history book in Esau's kingdom, you open it up, man, and it goes right to Alexander the Great, one of the first people you learn about in world history. And like I said, man, it happened that after Alexander and his father Philip, the Macedonian, marched up out of the land of Smitten, which is Mount Seir, aka the Caucasus Mountains. Okay, and he marched up out of the mountains, man, with a great host, a great army. Okay, and he conquered the known world, conquered Greece all the way down to Egypt, all the way throughout Italy, that little boot. He conquered, all the way up into the east, pushed into Asia, all the way up into India. Okay, so he slew the kings of the earth. He was walking around with a chain of like this, with kings' heads on it, and he made great, tributaries to him as well. He had he had the people in check. Go ahead and continue, brother.
And went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of
Okay.
many nations.
Now, when you take spoils in war, you take the women, you take the money, you take the gold, you take the men, and you don't even take the men, you kill the men. So he was going through these lands, and he was killing the men in the sons of the men, and he was making tributaries of the kings, okay, and he was taking the women and he was popping them. And actually, the Macedonians were known to be faggots, okay, and that's why you have faggotry to be able to be you can marry wherever the fuck you want in America. That's why you got all these lesbians and all these so-called homosexuals running around in America. It started with Alexander, okay? It started when that first Edomite took over the world. Can you see, brother?
In so much that the earth was quiet before him.
Okay, the earth was quiet before him. He didn't. The earth didn't speak. Yeah, that's okay. The Lord's gonna destroy
Hey,
you.
man, you
It's all right.
gotta hear this, you can go somewhere else.
But anyway, man.
You do that then. Don't talk to me.
The Lord, basically, man, the Lord set Alexander
You're
up.
welcome to get the Bible out and come over here and hold a conversation with us, but until that's the matter, I don't need to hear you, sir.
Go ahead and read that again, brother. For this.
In so much that the earth was quiet before him.
Okay, so the earth was quiet before him. Ain't nobody was trying to stand up against Alexander. He had the greatest host. He had the greatest kingdom. He had the knowledge. He had the Alexander Library in Egypt, and then marched his ass all the way to Babylon, over there by Israel, and conquered all of it, man, all of it, all the way to India. So, and that's where he got stopped because the Lord was done. He wasn't gonna conquer no more. Okay, he wasn't gonna be set up against other people anymore. Go ahead and continue, brother.
Whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up.
Okay, so the Lord set him up to do what he did. The Lord put him in a position so that he would have that great host.